Hello, I'm Stuki. Tonight we journey to the edge of science and myth, to the desert plateau of Giza. Rising out of the sands is a monument so vast, so precise, so strange, that it defies every explanation you've been taught in school. They call it a tomb, but no body has ever been found. They call it a symbol, but its geometry encodes the secrets of the earth. And when Nikola Tesla dreamed of harnessing wireless energy to power the world, he may have been rediscovering a technology that was already built 5,000 years earlier. Or maybe much longer ago than that. This is the Great Pyramid of Giza, and this, my friends, is the special episode where we uncover its hidden function, its lost mathematics, and its connection to Tesla's dream of unlimited power. Mainstream Egyptology insists the Great Pyramid was built around 2500 BC by Pharaoh Khufu, 2.5 million blocks of stone, weighing 6 million tons in total, stacked 481 feet high. A tomb, they say, for one man. But the pyramid does not contain the markings of a tomb. There are no hieroglyphs, no wall paintings, no funerary treasures. The sarcophagus in the king's chamber is empty, with no evidence a body was ever there. And in fact, no mummy has ever been discovered inside any pyramid. The Egyptians buried their dead in the Valley of the Kings, decorated with spells and treasures. So why build the most massive structure on Earth as a tomb when no one was buried there? The truth is hidden in the numbers. The Great Pyramid is aligned to true north with an error of only 3/60ths of a degree, accuracy impossible without modern surveying tools. The base is leveled within 3/4 of an inch. The sides are 755 feet long, yet each side differs by no more than 2 inches. That's 99.98% accuracy. And here's the kicker. The pyramid doesn't have 4 sides. It has 8. Each face is slightly concave, a feature only visible from the air or at equinox sunsets. Why? Concavity could concentrate energy, like the curve of a lens focusing light. Who would design such a feature, if not engineers? Now consider the scale hidden in its dimensions. Take the height of the pyramid and multiply it by 43,200. You get 3,138 miles, the exact polar radius of Earth, with 99.7% accuracy. Take the perimeter of the base and multiply by 43,200. You get 24,134 miles, the circumference of the equator, accurate to 99.3%. Coincidence? The number 43,200 is also the number of seconds in half a day on an equinox. The builders encoded the size of the Earth, the measurement of time, and the cycles of the heavens into stone. How could Bronze Age farmers know this? They couldn't, which means the knowledge came from somewhere else. The materials themselves tell a story. The bulk of the pyramid is limestone, quarried locally, but the casing stones, now mostly gone, were brought from Tura, 500 miles away. Pure white limestone, polished to a mirror finish, fitted so tight no seam could be seen. These stones were magnesium-free, making them excellent electrical insulators. The inner chambers, on the other hand, were built with granite from Aswan, 500 miles to the south. This granite contains 85% quartz. And quartz has a property called piezoelectricity. Squeeze it, vibrate it, strike it, and it generates a charge. Your watches, radios, and televisions all use it. Now imagine millions of tons of quartz-bearing granite compressed and vibrating inside a structure tuned to the Earth's natural frequencies. That's not a tomb. That's a generator. In the 1970s, engineer Christopher Dunn proposed the pyramid power plant theory. His idea, the subterranean chamber connected to underground aquifers, where moving water created vibrations. These vibrations traveled into the structure, resonating through the Grand Gallery. The Queen's Chamber, with its mysterious chemical traces, was a reaction chamber producing hydrogen. Hydrochloric acid in one shaft, hydrated zinc chloride in another. Combine them and you get hydrogen gas. That gas filled the passages and the Grand Gallery, where rows of resonators vibrated, exciting the granite. Sound waves, hydrogen, quartz, all interacting. The King's Chamber, with its granite beams, acted as a Helmholtz resonator, vibrating at 440 Hz, an F-sharp, the very frequency some say resonates with the planet itself. The result? The entire pyramid became a tuned harmonic machine, generating energy from the Earth. Skeptics laugh, but in 2018, physicists tested the pyramid with electromagnetic waves. They found it does, in fact, concentrate energy inside its chambers and beneath its base when subjected to resonant frequencies. In other words, the pyramid can focus electromagnetic energy, just as Dunn suggested. Then in 2019, studies showed vibrating granite surfaces can move electrons to the outer layers, creating surface charges. Science is beginning to confirm what fringe researchers claimed. The pyramid was designed to resonate with the Earth and generate usable energy. Now connect the dots to Nikola Tesla. Around 1900, Tesla built the Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island, a structure designed to transmit wireless power by resonating with the Earth. He placed it above an aquifer inserted copper rods deep into the ground, and planned to use the Earth's natural frequencies to broadcast energy worldwide. Sound familiar? The Great Pyramid also sits above an aquifer. Traces of copper pipes and iron rods have been found there. And its missing capstone? If it was sheathed in gold, the best conductor of electricity, it could have focused the energy upward into the atmosphere. Tesla wasn't inventing something new. He was recreating something ancient. The pyramid was the original Wardenclyffe Tower. But what happened? Why is the pyramid silent today? Evidence inside suggests a catastrophic failure. Chemical residues include not just hydrochloric and zinc chloride, but ammonium chloride and sulfuric acid. Mix the wrong combination and you don't get hydrogen. You get an explosion. The Grand Gallery shows scorch marks. The granite beams above the king's chamber are cracked and displaced. The walls bulge outward. The southern shaft is coated with an inch of salt, as if boiling hydrogen surged upward. Something went wrong. The great machine overloaded, and the power plant died. And here's the deeper mystery. Perhaps it wasn't even built by the Egyptians at all. Mainstream archaeology claims Khufu built it, but no inscriptions inside say so. No plans, no records, no carvings. Compare this to temples covered in hieroglyphs. The pyramid is mute. Some believe Khufu inherited it, repurposed it, and left his name on the plateau. Others, like Graham Hancock, point to star alignments. The three Giza pyramids mirror Orion's belt, not as it appears today, but as it appeared 30,500 years ago. The Sphinx faces due east, aligned with the constellation Leo as it rose on the equinox in that epoch. This suggests the entire Giza complex is at least 13,000 years old, far predating Egyptian civilization. Water erosion on the Sphinx supports this. Giza has been desert for thousands of years, yet the Sphinx enclosure shows deep channels carved by rain that last fell there at the end of the Ice Age. Geological studies suggest the Sphinx, and possibly the pyramids themselves, were already ancient in 9700 BC, when cataclysmic floods swept the Earth. That date coincides with the Younger Dryas event, when glaciers melted suddenly, sea levels rose 400 feet, and global civilization may have been reset. Myths of Atlantis, worldwide flood stories, and sudden extinction events all converge on that moment. The Giza complex may be a survivor of a lost civilization, or something even stranger. Consider the mathematics hidden in its form. The slope angle of the pyramid is 51 degrees, 51 minutes, an angle that encodes the golden ratio. The base divided by twice the height approximates pi. The pyramid is not just stone. It is math in monumental form, a model of the Earth, a message carved in geometry. Even the speed of light appears encoded. The geographic latitude of the pyramid is 29.99792 degrees north. The speed of light in meters per second, 299,792,458. Coincidence or design? So, what was the purpose? A power plant? A transmitter? A machine to synchronize humanity with cosmic cycles? All of the above? Imagine a world where free energy was abundant, where no coal was burned, no oil drilled, no wars fought over fuel. Imagine a civilization aligned with the planet, resonating in harmony. That's what the pyramid hints at. And that's why Tesla's dream of unlimited wireless energy was crushed by industrial barons who profited from scarcity. When Tesla died, his papers vanished. The FBI seized them. Wardenclyffe was demolished. Just as the Great Pyramid was silenced, Tesla's tower was destroyed. In both cases, the promise of free energy was buried. And yet, the stones still stand. Encoded in their angles, proportions, and scars is the story of a forgotten science. The pyramid is not a tomb, it is a teacher. It shows us that knowledge can be hidden in plain sight, waiting for those who look beyond dogma. Tesla looked, and he saw. Today, we are beginning to see again. So next time you hear that the Great Pyramid was a tomb, remember this. No body, no treasure, no writing, but endless mathematics, impossible precision, and scars of ancient energy. That is not a tomb, that is a machine. A machine that once lit the desert sky, resonated with the Earth, and maybe even broadcast power across continents. I'm Stooky. I'm signing out. And remember, this is only for entertainment. Or is it?